Okay, so we got Clair Obscur, patch 1.2.3, and we're going to go over the whole list here. So Steam Deck, they fixed backgrounds of various menus not displaying properly on the Steam Deck. Xbox Game Pass PS5 controllers are now compatible, which I played with one a little bit ago. It's pretty good, worked well. Various ultrawide fixes, gameplay no longer becomes zoomed after a cutscene occurs in ultrawide resolutions. The options menu image will no longer be stretched in ultrawide resolutions. Combat UI now adapts correctly to ultrawide resolutions. Game will no longer minimize upon changing settings in ultrawide resolution. Cutscenes won't letterbox. Title screen now displays full screen when the game is launched in ultrawide resolution. Mouse and keyboard settings, a UI button prompts, and expedition menu are now available and fully able to be triggered with keyboard map. Blah blah blah. Okay, so they fix some areas where you can get stuck. It is what it is. I'm not going to go over everything. I changed my mind. Fix situations where SK specifically would get stuck. So that's pretty good. Weapon and skill fixes. These two right here are the big ones. Okay, so fixed Lethalum, I guess. Attribute scaling not working at high level. Reduced initial vitality scaling from A to C. Will still end at S at max level. Added luck scaling starting at D. Fixed Blizzon attribute scaling not working at high level. Reduced initial luck scaling from B to C. Will still end at S. Added defense scaling starting at D. And then the two that are probably the biggest. They say balance and tuning. I say nerf. This is a nerf. Fixed Medallum, third Lumina, doubling all damage in Virtuous Stance instead of doubling only burn damage. So Medallum was doing double damage to all of it, not just the burn. And Stendhal reduced damage by 40%. I played around a little bit with that just not too long ago. That is a massive downgrade. Like, massive downgrade in damage. I still think Mael has potential to do crazy amounts of damage with the Gommage gradient skill, which, if you want me to make a build for that and see if I can still pump out a lot of damage, then let me know down in the comments below. But we're not going to be talking about that right now. I'm going to finish this out. I respect y'all's time. The other fixes, boss encounters and Stone Wave Cliffs can now be finished on New Game Plus. I actually didn't know that was an issue. You will no longer be blocked by the journal UI window after opening the first journal in the Spring Meadows. Fixed being unable to shoot in free aim while exploring levels due to worn triggers. Lune and Monoko no longer spawn in the same place during end of their level 6 relationship quests if they are completed without going to camp. If at camp you pick remember the objective, then quickly choose go to sleep and immediately press leave, the screen no longer goes black. You can no longer trigger the Discovering the Truth cutscene in Old Lumiere a second time in Aero, splitting the party forever with only Verso and Mael in it. That's crazy. Update to rolling credits. All the fixes sound pretty good. This fix right here, I mean, it is a fix because it was doubling damage that shouldn't have been doubled. This is a nerf. This is not a balance. This is a nerf. Because my thing is, right, and this is just going to be me rambling for another like 30 seconds or so probably, and then we'll get out of here. If you took away the double damage from everything that it wasn't supposed to be doing and only put it to burn damage, then I don't really think the Stendhal reduced damage. You shouldn't have reduced it by 40%. I don't think that was necessary. Maybe 20%, maybe 10, 20, 25, maybe. But 40% on top of not doubling, that reduced it by a lot. I'm not one-shotting things in New Game Plus anymore, which I didn't expect to after the nerf. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect to after the nerf. I didn't expect to because I was gonna change my build anyways to like the gradient Gommage thing to see if I could get that rolling. I was gonna change it to that and just see how much I can pump out now. But since this isn't doubling anymore, I don't think we're gonna see the really high numbers anymore. But that's neither here nor there. I've rambled too much, wasting time. We're gonna get out of here. I'm bad at outros, so we're just gonna leave. Bye.